The Lost Battalion is a aspect of the book that I really found fascinating to research, and it is a way that, unfortunately for Cotton, he's been labeled with as being part of the Lost Battalion. But the quick background of the Lost Battalion is an actual World War I story. America was very reluctant, and Americans were very reluctant to get involved in World War I. They finally did later stages of the war. We sent our troops over there, and we were part of the Allied Expedition Force, and we were forced. American troops were under the command of French troops, and there was a struggle of the Americans wanting the command of their own troops. So that was the first time, and this is the precursor to obviously much bigger alliances that are stories even today. So there's this difficulty with that. The Lost Battalion was a troop of Americans, Allied doughboys, that were stranded in the Argonne Forest. They were surrounded by the Kaiser's troops, by German troops. They were down in an area called the Pocket, rough terrain up in the Argonne, and their survival was very much in doubt. They became known as the Lost Battalion. There's a lot of history about that you can read about it. A lot of it's academic, but there's a lot. It was an interesting. So Cotton gets connected to this Lost Battalion. And it becomes part of his story. He becomes, after that, a mercenary. It's how he identifies as this soldier for service, and follows the violence that breaks out around the globe after that, whether it's immediately in Turkey after the war, or to Ireland, or to Mexico and Central America. He is run through that meat grinder of war, and it has an impact on him the same way that war always has an impact on those that come home. And it is something that he deals with and shapes who he is every day, but it's also part of how he binds with Molly and how they become partners together. Is that heritage of the Lost Battalion that you